matching up against Wilson's Seahawks.
Okay, Larry, we are just south of historic Pioneer Square at CenturyLink Field in the beautiful city of Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground.
So much of this game is still mental, still psychological. Yeah, we just saw a big-time run right there, but you have to believe he was dreaming about this last night in his hotel room before this one, thinking, hey, first time I touch it, let's go for some big yardage and set a tone. That's exactly what he got done.
They'll run for the first time with Lacey. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
First down, this is Rawls. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. This is caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. On the ground, Rawls. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Look at this, a tight end carry. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And the wideout in motion. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's third down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Block on third down. They go with a screen to Gore. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
He sets to fire deep. And this is caught inside the 5. Luck to Hilton on the hook up there. And even 60 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They'll try and push it in with Gore. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space?
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Slot man moves right. Play clock winding down. Just beating the play clock is Locke. Little reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
And Adam Vinatieri still going strong at the age of 44. The oldest player in the NFL, entered the league in 1996.
And to put that into perspective, his age, you know who was born in December of 95? This year's #1 overall pick, Myles Garrett.
How about that? And Adam Vinatieri still making big kicks all along the way.
To return, this is Doug Baldwin. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff, as they'll take over with the ball 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They stay on the ground. This time it's Lacey. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Second down, Rawls. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A Seahawk first down. Wilson to his big target, Graham. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Out of the pistol, it's Rawls. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 8-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Lacey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll run it with Lacey. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's it, baby. One left, right. 380. Shotgun. 19. 14.
Rolls. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Thomas Rolls with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken near the 13. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a play fake here on first down. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now it's Luck off the bootleg. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Luck. But he's got his man Hilton. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt first down.
Led the NFL with 1,448 yards in 2016. The first Colt to do so since Reggie Wayne in 2007. How about this guy? He's been something.
Yeah, 4 straight years now over 1,000 and 3 straight Pro Bowls for T.Y. Hilton.
Yeah, what I love about him, inside, outside, he can work it all.
On first down, Luck. Now they go screen. It's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Frank Gore, the ageless one, over 1,000 yards last year. He's the first running back age 33 or older to top 1,000 since John Riggins way back in '83.
So what he's done is he's made the case for running backs who are approaching 30 that there is life on the other side of that number, because many think once you hit 30, you're going to decline.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Luck. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to feet.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas rolls as the first half is winding down, and the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The slot man in motion right. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Hilton goes in motion right. The final shot before the break. Luck. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And some room to work. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, LR. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To throw is Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And they'll send the slot in motion left. A 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Mike 2. Nice, sweetheart.
Now a give. Right side, it's Rawls. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Now a 1st down carry. It's Lacey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Out to the flat for Lacey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game. No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. First down and goal to go from the 7. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Here's Rawls. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now it's Luck. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver, Penalty flag had to come out.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Again, they run. Again, it's Gore. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Play fake to Gore. It's locked. Looking deep for Hilton. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
On second down, here's Locke. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Third and long, it's Locke. Complete to Hilton. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. They're going to go. It's Locke. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, it's Locke. Caught left side, Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
The Colts on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Locke. Hard throw, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he comes back with one complete. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Chuck Pagano decides to go. It doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Wilson, a give to Rolls. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They stay on the ground. Rolls again. Oh, what a juke into space. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas rolls 49 yards. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Back to the air, Luck on 2nd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Again, Rawls, he's been busy tonight. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. They go again with Rawls. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas Rawls taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. A good pickup there at 22.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
On first down, it's Locke. And Daniels has it over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the play. On first down, it's Gore. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical. Spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw, Locke. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And now Adam Vinatieri. He's into his 40s now. You'd think low to mid-50s, probably about the... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And, Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsauer? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here telling us stretch this thing out a little bit?
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
14, run it.
The drive begins with a run by Rawls. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Second down following the run. Here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd. Waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Move 15.
A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Wilson going to give to Rawls. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Wilson. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
And now running right through him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second and 10, Luck again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
They have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. The Colts on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Luck. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They start on the ground with Rolls. And spins away. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
yeah.